Just talk about the first 6 games, and then you got a little break right here, and leading into the next, I guess December 8th, the next home game.
Yeah, we do. Obviously we would love to have some wins on our column out of this 6-game stretch, and that's just not the case. But we've been really pleased with the way that we're playing right now. We feel like we're getting better and better every game. I've seen growth from our first game in Grambling up until Rice on Saturday or Sunday, and that's kind of what we're looking for in this group. We have 8 freshmen, 8 that have all been playing, and you see the inconsistency that they bring. One quarter we look really good, and the next quarter it falls, and then we're back up again. And I just think that's what's going to come. But we're just trying to continue to get better, and these kids are staying positive. They're fighting. They're working hard every day. They bring it in practice every day, and what it's about now is just bringing it into the game and bringing it for 40 minutes. And so we're really excited about this break that we have, because we're going to be focused on us right now and getting better. But our kids are bringing it, and they're just trying to figure out the pace of the game. But you see that it's starting to slow down. And I've challenged them early. Our schedule has not been easy. You play Grambling. They went to the NCAA tournament last year. You turn around and play UL Lafayette. We played at Burton. We had been practicing in Burton. We came out, didn't start out well, but won the second half in both of those games. And then you go play Texas, who obviously is one of the top in the country. And I thought that was one of our better games competing. We did not look intimidated. We came out and went right at them. And that was something that impressed our staff with us being so young. They just took it and they were ready. And then we come back and who did we play after that?
LSU.
LSUA, yeah. And obviously, we played UL Monroe first, and we were up the entire game at UL Monroe. And just that last 2 minutes of the game, you saw that inability and that lack of experience in finishing a game. And that's just something that we're trying to continue to put together, and I think that just comes with more game experience. And then LSUA was obviously one we really wanted to get right there. And you got to credit LSUA, because they did a really good job, and they came in and hit some big shots when they needed to. But what we have to learn how to do is, when we have a 9-point lead right there, you've got to go back at them. And I felt like we let them hang around too much when we had opportunities to separate ourselves. So that's going to come. And then Rice really felt like we came out and competed, came out back at them. Thought it was one of our best offensive games we played all season. We actually scored the most points, and we shot the ball a lot better. So we just got to take what we're doing, take the positives, focus on that. Our kids are fighting, and they want it. I think they're so hungry for a win, and I think that we all believe that once we get that win, I don't think it's going to stop. It's just a matter of when it's going to come, and our schedule isn't easier. When we come off this break, we play UAB, and UAB's picked first in Conference USA. Actually just played Tennessee in overtime and lost, and they're number 11 in the country. And then you turn around and have LSU. So we got to get through these next 2 games going into fight, and then we feel like this stretch at late December can really build our confidence up as we get ready to head to conference.
What does playing a schedule like this, especially with the 8 freshmen that you said, what does that do for them?
I just think it continues to build their confidence and just gets their toughness. A lot of them have been on the road, and I think it's helping them understand the pace of the game, when you're playing such really good teams like we are. And the big thing was we just wanted to see us really grow consistently. And if we can keep doing that, then I think these games are going to pay off down the road.
With this long break, seems like it's coming at a good time, especially with finals. But on the basketball court, when you guys do practice, I guess what will be the emphasis? What's the plan as far as what you're gonna do?
Yeah, today we're gonna spend a little bit of individual time. Obviously we've got to limit our turnovers. We've had a lot of turnovers the last couple games, and Rice scored 29 points off of those turnovers, and a lot of them we're doing ourselves. We passed the other team, just not making the right decisions in the moment. So we just got to continue to focus in on that. And what we've discovered is they're really good in practice, but we've got to make things a little bit more game-like, because when they're getting to the game, that's when we're not putting it all together. So we actually started scrimmaging a little bit more in practice right after Thanksgiving. And you can see that translate to our game and our start at Rice. And we were really pleased with that. So we're going to be doing a lot more drill work, but implementing 5-minute games, 3-minute games against each other in practice. And I think that's going to help when we get into the game, especially spend some time in this break right here.
Who have you been most impressed with so far?
I've been really impressed with Callie. Callie Maddox has just jumped right in and really scored the ball really well for us. I've been impressed with Divine Takes and their ability to rebound. I think we all knew she would rebound. Coming out of high school, that was a strength for her. But her ability to do it at this level has been impressive. I know she's ranked really high in the country right now, and our team is ranked really high in rebounding. And then, Jamar Levi has really played well for us and has really come in and done some good things. And you're just starting to see some kids start to get comfortable. Reagan Bolton really struggled early in our first couple games shooting the basketball, but she got hot against Rice, and that's what we need, from that group. And then Scott Jasper's been playing really well too. And I've really been impressed with a lot of them. I think for us, just like Coach, we're trying to figure out, who plays well together, who's going to be that right fit, as we continue to go through these games and get ready for UIW when we open up conference. But we're starting to see it a little bit better. And I just like the work ethic they're all bringing. They get in the gym. They're doing all the right things. And I think for us, we just are trying to stay and keep believing because we know that when it comes, it's going to come. And so we're just staying the course.
Callie, she does a really good job getting to the free throw line. Sometimes it seems like it's kind of hit or miss. She'll either pick up a charge or she's going to get the free throws. Most of the time it's been free throws. Do you tell her to keep being aggressive when it comes to that, but kind of balancing, like making sure you're going in there under control?
Yeah, we've talked about that. Callie obviously can get to the line, and she also can shoot the three, but we're trying to add in the jumper into her game. So where she stops and pops for jumpers instead of taking people out when she goes in there. But that's something that's just going to continue to come. I think that's her mentality, and she's always been a scorer coming out of high school. So she sees one thing, and she sees the rim. But at this level, you've got to be, have more to your game. But she's working on it, and but we've been really impressed with what she's bringing consistently to our team in scoring.
How do you temper winning and expectations with 8 freshmen? And that's an awful lot to go to war with.
It is, it is, but we see what they're capable of daily, and the mindset that they have. They're tough kids. They're handling anything we got, but they can do this, and we know that it's just a matter of putting everything together for us. It's the consistency for 40 minutes. And I think once we get that, we're going to be really tough to beat. But it's coming. I think the schedule that we put together has helped prepare us for that. They like the challenge. I told them after the UL Lafayette game, I said, I could have made this schedule a little bit easier for y'all, being young as you are. But I didn't want to. And they were like, no, Coach, we don't want that. So they want it. They want everything that's being thrown at them. It's just about putting it all together and doing it when the tip goes up. And we're so close to doing it. We really are. But this break couldn't have come at a better time for us. We need it. Get our bodies healthy. I think the grind's been really difficult on them. Being on a bus, getting off of a bus and playing, coming back and practicing, getting back on the bus to go play. You can tell that that's been hard, but I feel like they've handled themselves really good. So we're excited for this break to just continue to grow and get better.
What does this gym mean to you and your program?
Oh, it means a lot. Obviously it means a lot to this university, but, I've been here 9 years and we've been playing at Burton, and I love Burton, but when I walked into this building and looked at it, it really took my breath away to know that our kids finally have a place to go every day. They have a place to stay. They can go shoot and change in the same locker room and not have to get in their car and leave. They can hang out in the locker room and then go to class if they want. They can hang out and go to weights. For once they have a place they can call home. And I think that's been, for me, it gives me chills actually, because when you've been here as long as you have, I think it really means so much to you. I know all of us here at McNeese, but this thing that we have is special. And we can't wait to get back in it again and play. So we're excited.
Coach Schroyer dealing with a different type of kind of, I guess, chemistry issue. He has a lot more transfers, JUCO transfers, other D1 transfers, and you're dealing with the chemistry of kids who are not only new to the school, but just new to college basketball in general. Just what type of, what's that challenge like? And I guess how far do you feel they've come just since the season started?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. They are going to class every day. They have study hall, they have weights, they have all these things that we're throwing at them. And it's been a challenge daily, just one day, you see them up and then one day you see them down. But that's just the patience that I talked about after our game against Rice. Our staff's done a really good job of staying patient and just continuing to focus on us and getting us better. And I think if we focus on those and don't focus on everything else around us and who we're playing, then that's really been helping this group get better. And we're seeing it if you've watched us, you've seen that we have gotten better each game.
And like we talked about on Sunday, I know you had a couple bigs that came in that hadn't played as much, and they were able to contribute on both ends of the floor. So with you, is the plan for your rotation, are you going to kind of keep it a little bigger now, or are you still trying to shrink it like Coach Royer is trying to do?
Yeah, I think it's just about just finding the right people who play together. I think we have a lot of depth on this team, and for our staff, we're just trying to figure out who really plays together. And it's hard to say how many that's going to be right now. I still don't really think I know yet, but it's you're starting to see it a little bit better. And I really started seeing it at Rice, who was really gelling and who was really making things happen. But I was really proud of our two bigs that played really well the other day, stepped up because we did not have Devon Tanks for that game. They stepped up and really bothered Rice in the paint. So that's just something we want to continue to grow on. I think that this is one of the strongest inside games we've had in a couple years, just being able to score and the ability to rebound the way that this group's been able to do. And then we also get Ashley Jones back out of this break, who's been injured. So we're really excited to get her back to throw that in the mix with our post play. So,
Yes.